Hi, everybody. I'm Heather, and this is the TT's Trinkets and Treasures channel. And today is the viewer request. They wanted to know how I knotted my stretch bracelets and got the knot inside of a bead. So I figured I would do this very quickly. I have 0.5 stretch magic elastic cord, which I have folded in half. I've put a clip on the end so my beads don't fall off. And on the other end, I have a piece of fine soft flex folded in half that will act as my needle. Now, my pattern is silver spacer, then cube, agate, cube, agate, cube, and then I go over. I know that on the beginning of it, there's not a cube here, but that's because I'm going to add that on last because it is my bead with the largest hole. So I'm going to do one more repeat and then I'll show you how I'm going to add my center stone and then I will finish stringing it up. And then we will finish up the bracelet and I will show you how I knot it. Okay, what I ended up doing for the center is I put beads on as if I was starting another repeat, but I only did one cube black agate, and then I added a spacer bead and put my banded black agate focal in the middle. It pulls in the grays and the black, and the white kind of also represents the silver. And so I just wanted this to be a very simple bracelet. And then I did the same thing on the other side. And then I did 3 more repeats. And now we are at the end. So now is where I'm going to add on my cube bead that has the smallest hole of the one, or the largest hole of the ones that I pulled. So I'm going to put that on. And then I'm going to take off my needle or my soft flex. And I'm going to take a strand and put it through the loop, one of the two ends of the stretch magic. And then I'm going to get all of my beads down to the end. Now that I have these crisscrossed, and if I forgot to say it at the beginning, I did pre-stretch my stretch magic. Now that I have this where I want it, I'm just going to do a simple knot. I don't want to pull too tight because you don't want your beads to buckle. So once you've done that knot, you're going to go ahead and you're going to do a surgeon's knot, which is just like a regular knot, except you're going to go through twice. And you're going to pull that down. Then you're going to take your stretch magic and you're going to crisscross it underneath your bracelet. And you're going to repeat the same steps. Simple overhand, and then we're going to go through twice on this path. Okay, now that I have this done, all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some hypo cement. I'm going to put it on my knot. If my hypo cement wants to cooperate, holy cow, that's really tight. That's not going to do anything. I grabbed my round nose pliers. That's not going to help. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me get this done. There was quite a gob of glue at the end of my needle, but it gives me the opportunity to show you why I prefer GS Hypo when I'm doing knotting. The reason is because it dries rubbery. You can see I'm smashing it, and so it has movement. So even when it dries, it's not going to dry hard and crack like super glue would. So this is why I prefer the GS Hypo. So I'm going to take my lid off and I'm going to put a dab of glue, trying not to touch the stretch magic with the needle itself. And then I'm going to put my lid on, which if I can do it quickly, look at that. I was going to say that'd be quite the accomplishment because it's not easy to do. Okay. Then I'm going to come down and I'm going to cut my knot, leaving just the tiniest amount of thread at the end. And then I'm going to pull the knot right in to the center of my bead, thus leaving it hidden on the wrist. You'll want to let this dry for 45 minutes to an hour. And remember, when you are selling at a craft market, remind them to put it on by rolling it up their hand, not stretching their hand out, because that will wrist breakage much easier. Sorry about that. All right. I hope this was helpful. And if there's ever anything that you're having a hard time with, that you would like some assistance, just let me know and I will do my best to get a video made for you. Thanks. Have a great day, everybody.